Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's a FlyDuo sex project episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about FlyDuo's favorite things, 2022 edition.
Yeah.
So we get some good shit, right?
Yes.
Some sexy.
Yeah.
Some fun.
I think so.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
give
gonna
it
be
to
fun.
them. Show the people what we got. So this is going to be a selection of our favorite experiences, things, media, etc. from the year 2022. So, Sherry, you want to kick us off?
Of course.
Cool,
Okay,
cool,
sure.
cool.
Okay, so the first question, because we want to try to not make this episode last very, very long, but we've got like 15 questions to get through. So the first question, we'll start with Ruben. What was your favorite sexuality podcast this year?
My favorite one, sexuality podcast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny to hear for sexuality podcast because although I was supposed to list one, I was like, nah.
Did you list 10?
No. I didn't list 10.
Okay, thank you.
I listed 3. And because I felt like with everything going on this year, I was like, all this stuff impacts sexuality, but there weren't sexuality podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I listed 3 that are focused on social justice and, progressive change. So I'm going to say...
Wait, you listed 3, but you didn't pick one sexuality one?
Yeah. Because I just...
Because you have to always do something different.
Because I just had to be different. I had to be
Okay,
me, right?
what you got?
Okay, I got Movement Memos, the Truth Out podcast with Kelly Hayes. And the episode that I had in mind was what happens post-Roe, so post-Roe v. Wade. It was a really encouraging episode. And then she has several other ones that are really good. But that episode, I think, stands out, especially as being very related to sexuality. But that one I really appreciated. Okay. Then the Gaslit Nation with Sarah Kenzier, I appreciate it. And then the Lit Review podcast. And my honorable mention is going to be the Black Communist podcast. I'll leave it there because I know none of them are directly, sexy podcasts. But if we don't have freedom, then you know what I mean. So,
I got you. Okay.
How about yourself?
Well, let me see. I have notes because I forget all the things.
Okay. Word.
So my, I guess, favorite sexuality podcast from this year would have to be Sexology, the Sexology podcast with Dr. Moali.
Oh yeah, Dr. Moali.
Yeah, because I really appreciate, her positivity, her non-judgmental and informative approach, and I really appreciate the diversity of the topics that she has and the variety in the guests that she has.
Absolutely.
She's just really easy to listen to, and she covers so many different things. I think you put me onto her, of course. You always put me onto things. So
cool.
I really appreciate that one. That's kind of probably the one that stands out to me the most at the moment.
Oh, word. Yeah, I like her podcast a lot. There's a bunch of episodes of hers I really appreciated. So cool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have been able to connect you up with that.
Yeah. So while we're on the topic of podcast, and you had mentioned one episode so far, but what was your favorite podcast episode from the year? Did you have one episode, or did you pull a Ruben and give us 10?
I did have one, and then I added like 13 more.
Oh, no, you did not.
So the Hard or Soft podcast, the episode with King Noir and Jet Set and Jasmine.
Okay.
And then we're going to follow that up with another episode.
But do you have the title?
I don't remember the title of that one, but you can search their name. The second one I did have the episode information. So it's Hard or Soft Podcast, episode 99. And that one is, am I being selfish to you, ...
Oh
or
my
to
God,
me?
I forgot about that one. That was so good.
Yeah, that
I
was
literally
a good one.
cried when I listened to that one.
You put me onto that one.
Yeah.
You put me onto that
I
episode.
really, really appreciated that one. That was a really good one. Definitely recommend that one.
And I'm going to follow that up with a little bit of Royal Fetish Radio with King Noir and Jet Set and Jasmine again. That's episode 03, Bi-Queerious and Politics.
Damn you, that's my episode.
Politicking.
That's my episode.
Yeah, that was a good one though, huh?
Yes,
I'm
was.
I'm going to keep going.
Yeah,
you
keep
care?
going.
Okay, cool. So we got American Sex Podcast with Sonny Megatron and Ken Melvoin-Berg, 2 of our favorite people. Episode 187. Healthy Consensual Non-Monogamy with Kate Laurie. The Normalizing Non-Monogamy podcast, episode 193 with Sonia and Gabriel. Next one, I keep forgetting to get everybody's names, and I feel so stupid because I'm always referred to them as Passionate Her Guys. I love their little family there, but it's the You Poly Ain't Ready podcast. You Poly Ain't Ready podcast. It was the episode where they talked about their relationship and what it was like with their family union. Yeah. I think it was like episode 3. I don't 100% remember, but it's worth peeping. Y'all can find them on YouTube, but they're cool little crew right there. The 3 of them. But they talk about their relationship structure, what it's like coming out as poly and all that.
You can't go through this whole list.
I know, I'm real fucking bad.
That is way too big of a list.
I'm so sorry.
Give more later.
Yeah. I guess we'll give more. Guess we'll give more later.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, one more though. See, the thing is, episode 82, desirability politics. Yeah, we listened to that one together, and I thought that one was real good too. I'll just kind of like peace out with that one.
I think I would go back definitely with the Hardest Off to podcast episode that you mentioned. Absolutely forgot about that one. The one that came to mind for me when we were sitting down and putting these notes together was the Royal Fetish one that you also mentioned, episode 3 by Aquarius and Politics. I just really appreciated King and Jasmine sharing their story. Like at their level, it feels like for sometimes like newbies, like just feel like to see other people even at their level that they weren't always just so... Everything isn't always so easy for everyone, even though sometimes, like when you're new to your journey, it can feel like you're like behind everybody.
Yeah.
And that no one's been through anything like you've been through. And it's not true. And I really appreciated that they shared part of what the journey that they've been on.
I agree. I think I really appreciated their podcast.
Okay, so...
You look really, really nice, by the way.
Thank you.
You look super, super fly.
Thank you. You cute too.
Thank you, baby.
Okay, so number 3. Best sexuality education book you read this year.
Okay, so it's so funny because we started this one like last year, I think.
I don't know.
So we're reading a lot of things at one time. So a lot of times it'll take us longer to read stuff than we would have expected when we set out.
Because you read to us when we're going to sleep, and I can fall asleep in like 10 minutes when you're reading.
Yeah,
so
true that.
We only get so far, 10 minutes at a time.
But the cool thing is I get to know those books pretty damn good because I always rewind back a little bit. Mm-hmm. So Ethical Slut, we finally finished this year, and I really appreciated that one. So I'm going to give it a nod to that one. And I'm going to do special mention to White Evangelical Racism, which may seem like, what the fuck's that got to do with sex? Read it, because they talk a fair amount about the intersection of that, and I think it was really good. And then I'm going to say fearing the black body. But
okay.
How about yourself?
Mine. Okay, so hands down, the best book that I've read on the subject so far is Sex and God: How Religion Distorts Reality by Daryl Ray. So I'm going to say it every time that a book list comes up.
That was a good one.
But I'm currently rereading, and really enjoying Sex at Dawn: How We Mate, Why We Stray, and What It Means for Modern Relationships. Because that was one of the ones, again, we read at bedtime. So now I'm trying to read it myself versus you reading it to me when I'm about to fall asleep. But yeah, that one definitely is a really good one.
I also want to give a special mention to the Asada Shakur autobiography. It's funny because, like, you know, she's a ginormous historical figure who's still with us. But interestingly enough, there's a great sex scene in that happened in real life.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's one of the ones it's on the list. It's on the list, but it's cool because when I read that, I was like, nah, they did it there. Cool. I love the fact that, like, you know, that you got these radical freedom fighters, and then not neglecting their sexuality when they got an opportunity to hit it, and I appreciated it. Nah, I mean, I'm very much getting to know her through her life story has been really cool. It's been something like giving me a lot to aspire to. So
yeah, the bits that I have heard when you played it through the audiobook were really good.
One of the best things that I love is how she describes the black doctor who comes into her cell when she meets him for the first time when she's pregnant.
I don't think I heard that part.
I really appreciated that, like, and then the way she contrasts him with like the black liberal elite. I was so appreciative. I'm like, yeah. To be described that way, and to be like written in history that way, shit.
Now we gotta go and look because I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway.
Okay.
Let's jump to our next one. Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at? 4? Okay,
for
favorite
erotic.
source for erotic content this year.
Okay. So that one is pretty straightforward for me. I'm a big fan of Erica Lust, Lust Cinema, and X Confessions. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't follow up with another worthy contender that I also very, very much enjoy. Black Touch, BLKTOUCH, all one word, no space.
I have them on my list too. X Confessions is still a favorite of mine. Even though they don't update as often as I would like, but Erica's doing a lot of things in a lot of places, so
yeah,
I appreciate it when they do release new stuff. And Black Touch was another one, and then Pure Taboo is. Well, I know we were supposed to pick one, but I picked 3 this time. I did a Reuben.
Hey, you got to own it, love it. So, favorite erotic streaming platform?
I just picked one there, and I guess I settled on X Confessions.
For me, I would say for platform, I would say Adult Time, because the thing that I really appreciate is the way that file access happens with them. You can download, you get a zip, and then they give you all the photos as a zip. So like, because we set ours up on a server, like we created a little library, got a catalog, all that. We're very much curators. So like, yes. Why wouldn't we curate our erotica? Not to mention Shape of Beauty's on there, which I'm a big fan of. And
yeah,
I think content-wise, Erica Lust and Black Touch would probably be my favorite content.
I think the question, the way we kind of worded it, they're very similar, but source of erotic content that could be, audio too. It just for us.
Oh, word.
I think we're more visual at the moment, but I do want to definitely try.
Literotica.
No, there is one of the audio ones that has been doing tons of commercials or little promoted posts, and it's got a deep black man's voice. I gotta try that. I gotta get into that.
My hand around Nina's jaw, tilted her chin up toward me so she could look me directly in the eyes.
Put me in my place.
Keep talking. Let's see what happens.
Gotta get into that one.
Yeah, I feel you.
That was the first audio one that's kind of caught my attention because it's usually always a woman reading and a woman telling the story in her little sexy voice, and that doesn't speak to me as much as a nice balanced voice.
He's like, yeah.
So yeah, I want to try that one out. So we'll let you know maybe next time. Hope that will be on the list.
That clip sounded good too. He did a really good job with that. Is it favorite scene in an erotic film?
Yeah.
I want you. You want me to go first? Okay.
Favorite scene in an erotic film?
I got a bunch of them.
Oh no.
I don't know what the hell you want me to do.
Reuben.
It's hard to choose. It's like I feel like a kid on Christmas, son. Okay, the group scene in Perspective, episode 02, which you can get on Adult Time. That group scene is fire.
Yes, it is 30
fire.
At the 36-minute mark.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It is 30 minutes long. Yeah, that one's on my list too. Hands down, best group sex scene that I've come across so far.
That one is really good. It's dope. Who's the dude in it? It's not Bishop, is it?
No.
It's
I can't remember.
Washington?
But it features Angela White, 4 other girls, and 2 guys.
Yeah, one of them's Michael Vega, right?
Yeah.
And who's Isaiah?
Yeah. If you like group sex and pretty people.
Yes. I got some honorable mentions.
Well, we said the same one, so we have to say I have another one too.
Immersion therapy.
Oh my God.
Oh shit, we're going to pop up.
Sorry, but that's literally, I picked 2. That was my other one.
Yeah, that one
Damn
was
you,
good.
Reuben.
That one was unexpected for me. It's called Immersion Therapy, a Jay Taylor story. And you can find that one on Adult Time as well.
It's also a 2020 film.
Yeah.
featuring Angela White. I picked it because I thought it's something that our audience would probably appreciate.
Word.
It's basically the porn version of extreme sex therapy.
Yeah, this
So
is
that's
good.
why I had to add that one. It just makes sense for.
I feel like our audience
our
appreciate
audience, I
it. A
think
good
they'll
segment of
appreciate
our
it,
audience
yes.
appreciate that.
It's really it's very sexy.
Word. I'm gonna jump to my next one.
Yes.
Okay, so Black Touch has 3 films that I really appreciated, and I don't remember any of the names of them, and I couldn't find them. But there's a threesome in a townhouse. There's a foursome on a bed in a bedroom, and there's a couple in a living room, and it's something like While He's Away or something. I liked all 3 of them. They were really dope. There's some other ones on there as well. And I'm gonna say next, I like Laced by Lust Garden, and Confidence is Sexy, Shape of Beauty, and then another group. I should just stop there, shouldn't I?
yes. Give it all away.
I guess I am giving it
Save
all
some
away.
for later, Ruben. Okay, so what was your favorite sex scene in a mainstream TV show or movie?
Okay, so I've got only 2.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So P-Valley,
P-Valley. Okay.
and I just said several. P-Valley has a bunch of good,
Oh my God,
good
it's
shit in it.
nonstop.
That
It's
is
really
like
good.
dope. And then this one's older. Kev, D, and Svetlana on Shameless. that group scene that they had on that show Shameless on Showtime. And yes, I know it's not a 2022 show, but it got stuck in my head, and I'm like, okay, we got to rewatch that.
Yeah, I was thinking that as we were making the list. I'm like, most of the stuff that I've put here are not we're not like come out this year, but this is the first time we're doing this, so we get to share some of our favorites with you. Next year we'll try to pick from the year.
Exactly.
So if you liked the boat scene from 365 Days on Netflix, then you have to check out the next 365 days.
Yeah, that was
the whole
good
thing is
too.
a sex scene.
I didn't even finish it yet because every time we start, we don't get to finish the
Yeah.
movie. So, I mean, I'd say that's pretty decent review for
That's
that
really
movie
good.
right there.
Yeah.
Because we
And it's
haven't
like
even
it's
fucking
like a
finished
movie
it.
long version, like same thing as the boat scene from the first one. Like that one was very talked about. A lot of people really liked that. So they made a whole second one that's just
They just went for it.
just sex.
They just said, fuck it. What's next for that?
Favorite Netflix and chill movie or show that you watched this year? It does not have to be on Netflix.
My show, plural. Interestingly enough, I think they were all on HBO.
Okay.
No, actually. So they weren't all on HBO. Most were. So the show Hard, it's about a wife whose husband passes away, and then there's a unexpected twist, and she ends up owning a porn studio. It's a really dope show. It's set in Rio de Janeiro. Finding Magic Mike, really, really well done show. Trigonometry, that's actually on Netflix, isn't it? No, that's HBO, right?
No. Oh yeah, it is HBO.
Yeah, that's HBO. That is a throuple. That is really cool. It's like an interracial couple who've been together for a hot minute. They meet someone and they bring that person into a relationship, and then they shows what happens as that relationship progresses.
Yeah.
There's the show Minx on HBO, which is really, really good too. And then Vivica's Black Magic Live.
I think we got it. We just downloaded it from
Yeah,
Apple.
we bought it from Apple, but
Yeah.
I forget where it broadcast. I appreciate it, and that show is older as well, but it was pretty good. I appreciate it. It got us like more hooked into the whole Black Magic Live universe.
The whole I was gonna say the whole universe.
the
They're
whole
all
Marvel
good.
universe of Black Magic Live.
Yeah, well, I got one of them makes mention on my list somewhere.
Yeah, I liked it. I like this shit. It's good.
Yeah. So my favorite Netflix and chill movie or show from this year was P-Valley because, like you said, it's just sexy and it's just nonstop.
Yeah,
and
it's dope.
then the next 365 days for the reasons mentioned already.
I wish I had mentioned those.
Like,
Those
those
were
are
both
good
really good.
Netflix and chill type. You know,
Absolutely.
that's what it is.
Absolutely. Why did I not put those on my list?
I don't know. You put all you did put sexy stuff. You did put there's so much good stuff right now. I think we're starting
Golden
to
age.
need some more stuff. So if anybody's got recommendations that we haven't listed,
Yeah, word. Because now we're going into the deep cuts, like research.
we've
and
got
shit.
lots of recommendations for y'all, but we need some new stuff too.
For real.
Okay, so the next question, best documentary or TV show about sexuality?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, so want me to answer it then?
Yeah, you know what?
So I got a few. I pulled a Reuben.
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Okay, so I have a few for best documentary or TV show about sexuality. So I'll start with the documentary because I have a few.
Okay.
Sex Life on Epics. I've said this 2 times before we have to cut it. Sex Life on Epics is an educational but sexy docu-series about all the fun, sexy things that people get into in real life.
What's your favorite,
favorite episode? I think it's going to have to be the couple who tries a threesome for the first time with a sex doll.
Yeah, that I was gonna say that's
it
like
was
my
so
favorite
good,
one,
and I say vulnerable a lot, but I really appreciate when all these people put their like real stories out there, show their vulnerabilities, and just show us that they're human like us, and make us feel more human. You know, I really appreciated that, and I just really appreciated the couple. Their whole approach
really cool.
together.
It
was so cool. I just really appreciated that. The whole series, I think there's 2 or 3 seasons, but every episode is like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And they're jam-packed to the point where they feel like they're 2 hours.
Yeah, they are.
But I think they each have like 3 different stories about 3 different things, but they've done such a good job where each episode is semi-related or like stuff that the person watching the episode I think can appreciate. I don't know, we've found that like if we get into one episode, the 3 stories kind of feel like related enough that we're not clicking out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes absolute sense.
But it's definitely worth a peek, and we have not been able to find that one on Apple, which is very disappointing. So we've only been able to find it on Epics.
Yeah.
But it's only like, I think it's like $5 or $6 a month. So we get it for a month and we watch the whole season.
Yep. Oh, the Atlanta ones were really good too. The Atlanta
pajama party.
Yeah.
Right? Was
Black
it a pajama
folks
party?
got together and had
Yeah.
that one I really appreciated too, and even like vulnerability.
Yeah.
They showed vulnerability
and
as
the
well.
couple,
Like that one couple is what I'm thinking of.
The one couple that went and they hadn't had that kind of experience
That's
before.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
And one of them had a little bit hard time at first, but then was really happy that they went. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
And then also I like the Trap Bus too. That one was
that
good
one was
Atlanta.
fun.
That one was cool. Atlanta had it popping.
And in the newest season, Naomi Morgan's got an episode about her cowgirl workout.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that one was really good. I forgot all about that already.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Whatever time. Spirit of Time? Spirit of Time? No, that's not. Making Good Time. I don't know. Finding Magic Mike on HBO Max. But it's not the Black Magic Mike, but it's a diverse cast. So when you hear Finding Magic Mike, I hadn't wanted to watch it at first because I just thought it was going to be
regular Magic
Mike. But it's a very diverse cast. It's not anything like what you might be thinking when you hear the title. We found it to be heartwarming and sexy reality. What is it? A reality competition series, they called it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I have to say big ups to Eric Delco too.
Yes.
I always forget the actor's name, but Eric Delco, he's dope.
Right?
Yeah, the host, yeah, he's cool.
Okay, 2 more documentaries. The Principles of Pleasure documentary on Netflix, and How to Build a Sex Room, which is an HGTV type docu-series on Netflix.
Yeah, it was also pretty good too.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And it's like a HGTV kind of series, but then with some sex therapy kind of thrown in there too.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I liked it. Unexpected.
The episode where like there's like with their small little polycule was kind of cool.
Yeah.
When she does their downstairs bathroom.
Yeah, and speaking of another diverse cast and diverse relationship styles and types.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely. I appreciate even that one with that one couple where like she had alopecia and like they didn't like pretend they didn't have to make it so that like you don't have to have any health problems or whatever.
Yep.
To be able to like do your thing and all that. And I appreciated like they just embraced it as part of the storyline, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I think they had a couple that was like not having a lot of sex. They were also one of the couples, and all the way to like you said, the polycule.
Yeah.
Like that were very much had a very active sex life.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the final result style is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but that's not necessarily why you're watching it.
Yeah.
Good you have to just try it to see what we mean.
Anyway.
Okay, so, and then my final one is a TV show, and that is Minx on HBO Max. A TV show set in 1971 about a self-proclaimed feminist who partners up with an adult publisher to create the world's first erotic magazine for women. That was a surprise. I was a surprise, and I really liked it.
I love the 70s, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So. HBO Max has got some really interesting perspective stuff like that.
I agree.
It's not just like more movies with the sex scenes, which is great. We always appreciate that. But I love, like you mentioned Hard earlier. There's at least another couple that are just the topics are about sexuality and sex related
like
stuff.
the one set in the UK, I can't remember the name of it, where she was she's a performer, and then she's trying to help the new performer. She the main character, she got an eye patch.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the hell it's called, but
yes, we'll put all these on.
We'll pull them
at some
all
point.
on there.
But yes, okay.
I cut you off, my bad.
No, and that was it. That was all I was saying.
Okay.
So we ready for next question?
Yeah. Next
okay,
question.
so the next question is number 10. The song
dun, dun, dun.
The song most likely to get you in the mood.
Most likely to get me in the mood. So I got 2. I'm gonna leave it at 3. How many? So actually, didn't I cue them up?
Yeah.
I did cue them up, didn't I? I thought I did.
So what song, Ruben, is most likely to get you in the mood?
What song is most likely to get me in the mood?
Yeah.
To get me in the mood.
I'm looking at the wrong camera. So sorry. So sorry. I can't help it.
We're all over the place right now. Okay.
It's late and I can smell the pizza.
Yo. Let me see. See if you can figure it out.
Been a lot of places, seen a lot of faces. Oh hell, I even with different races. A white dude, his name was John. He had a Queen Bee Rules tattoo on his arm. He asked me if I'd be his day for the prom, and he'd buy me a horse, a Porsche, and a farm.
That is a good one.
I like that one a lot. Okay, so we got how many licks?
And you had another one.
Yeah. Actually, thank you. I did have another one.
Gonna wear that dress you like, skin tight. Do my hair up real nice. And syncopate my skin to your heart beating. Cause I just wanna look good for you.
That is an awesome one.
That song's real dope.
Yes.
I wish I could play the whole thing, but
I know.
more than just a couple of seconds.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
Well, those are both really good.
Yeah, for real.
That one is good for both getting in the mood and it's a legit.
Yeah, I had actually made a second playlist for joints for eating pussy too. But
I know when it came down to the little I'm like, you have to pick 1 or 2 and that's it.
Well,
we had 50 on each list.
They're a completely different tempo and rhythm.
I know, well, because you need to kind of make a playlist.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick just one song.
But I like to just get in a zone, you know?
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Okay, so I have 2 for
you know
getting
I mean?
in the mood.
Just get in the zone.
Yeah.
I'm a punk ass.
I have 2 for getting in the mood too.
Okay, word. Okay, ready?
Baby, tell me who can make sweet love? I mean, who can kiss and love? I mean, who can to love? I don't know. Don't use those hands to put up that gate and stop me. When we fuck. When we fuck.
What are you doing? good. Somebody, I forget who it was, had recommended it on a playlist on Instagram like a couple years ago, and I was like, oh my goodness, that one is top. And that one that you just played is a remix version I hadn't heard before, and it was really good.
Yeah, that shit is just goddamn fire.
And then this is my second one here.
See if we got you.
I know you love fucking me. I can tell by the way you in love with me. Well, I guess it's looking like you stuck with me, 'cause I got you sprung off in the springtime. Fuck all your free time, you don't need no me time. That's you and me time. We be getting so loud, that dick make my
You missed
baby so damn proud. Now lay your head down on a pillow. Turn up.
I love it.
That's dope, girl. That is so dope.
Okay.
That's a good one. Well done.
And now we're still in the second music question.
Okay.
The best song to fuck to.
Okay.
Because we can't, unfortunately, play the whole thing.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Produce a bitch, rest in peace. Then he put his hands in my pants, felt them thick lips and got wood. He said Kylie was good. I said Miley was good. I just sit back and observe all these niggas that I done curved. If it go down on your DM, then baby boy, you lucky. 'Cause 99.9% of these fuck boys can't fuck me.
It goes down in the DM.
Yes.
Yeah, that was tight.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
The one with Nicki.
Because I like how dirty that verse is.
Yes.
I like it.
Ain't no limit what I'm pulling when I fuck on you. Hey, talk that shit, play with that clit and watch it rain on you. Hey, money on your thought, I tipped the wheel, we was fucking. We're just getting started.
Wait, where you going?
Hit it, quit it, feel that shit, get it, lick it, fuck it, feel it, touch it, ooh. Titties in your mouth, your tongue on out.
Okay, I just realized we're like pointing to them and we didn't even list them.
Okay, yeah.
So the songs that we played: "When We" by Tank, "Pussy Fairy" by Janae Aiko. Thank you.
Yeah.
The one we just played is Morning by Teyana Taylor and Kehlani. And then you had How Many Licks, Little Kim.
Yep.
Good For You, Selena Gomez. And Down in the DM. I don't know who that is.
It's Yo Gotti, and then it's with
Nicki.
Nicki's verse, Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj's verses in there.
Yeah.
Okay, word. Yo, that was tight.
We need to make some playlists.
I'm in the mood for
And
some
share
things right now. I'm in the mood to
yeah.
like hear some good music and just like enjoy some sexy time together.
Yeah.
Word.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
Moving on. We
Let me
ready
get
to
my
move
head
on?
back in the game.
Thank you for playing those for us.
Nah, thank you.
I think we have like 4 more questions. Okay. Favorite event you attended this year?
Favorite event. So
Like sexuality related.
okay. We didn't actually attend many events this year. I feel like we've been slipping a bit. We've been focused more on work.
A lot of events have gone back to in person too, and
Yeah.
we've been mostly social distancing.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, so that made it kind of challenging.
So we did the virtual part of the after party for Sex Down South.
The Big
Atlanta.
Bang and the Little Bang.
Thank you. Yeah. So we were only at the actual in-person event for a few hours, not even probably. But we did do the virtual part, that after party, and that was really nice. I definitely enjoyed that. If it hadn't been COVID and shit, that's probably a really nice.
Yeah,
to be
we
there,
were really
like,
nervous.
in
We were
person.
debating whether or not to go.
Yeah, I absolutely don't
Like for
want to
days,
catch
and then we
COVID.
ended up showing up for the last like couple hours. We got to see Amina's keynote. That was
that was
really
really
good.
good. She did a good job with that.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say Sex Down South.
I agree. That was on my list too.
There was a little micro event that Shush for Women did on Twitter that we enjoyed as well. That was sometime over the summer, and they did a good job with that as well. Anyway, I cut
And
you off.
we attended a couple of virtual events too.
Yeah,
but,
webinars. And
I'm hoping for more next year.
word. And, I mean, we are still planning to have
Tech
the
and
Sex
Chill.
Tech and Chill, our event, which would be a follow-up to our 2020 event the FlyDuo Play Party event.
All day thing, a mix of like pre-recorded production quality content with mixed with live streaming content. It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. If you're interested in wanting to support, sponsor, collaborate, feel free to reach out.
Sextechandchill.com.
Yep, there you go.
Next question. Favorite new pleasure product? It can be new or just new to you.
For me, I've been enjoying the Uber Lube. And then you got a bunch of sexy like apparel stuff from Fair Villa in Orlando that I've been enjoying that as well. You got a bunch of dope ass platforms, or several platforms. So I want to give a special shout out to who is it? Were those Jeffrey Campbell or those from the other store, Dolls Kill, or is it both?
Steve Madden, I think, is one, and then Jeffrey Campbell, yeah.
And I also want to give a special shout out to the Thunder Thighs. Those socks, they look super good on you. I definitely appreciate them. And it's coming up on Thunder Thighs season.
Yes.
So, big socks with little panties. It's one of my favorite things. So that's what I've been enjoying. And the other thing I've been enjoying is the Plex Media Server.
You would put, well, Ruben, I guess it's not sex tech, but it is tech that you use for sex.
That I use for sex. Yeah, for real.
Yes. Good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right, so favorite new pleasure product for me is going to have to be, we didn't try very many new toys this year, but we've tried a bunch of other things. So my favorite new thing this year is the Adventure Challenge book, both the couples edition and the in bed edition.
Oh,
so
word.
They're really cool. If you haven't seen them, you've probably seen them all on Instagram because they've got all kind of ads and things. So that's the couples edition one, and the in bed edition is super slick and sexy. It's black and I love it. So they have inside are like these little scratch off challenges, not challenges. Well, like, I don't know why they call it challenges. They're dates. We call them dates. So you got little scratch offs. You scratch off here, and underneath it tells you what to do, like what the date or whatever that you want to do together, the adventure. All these little things on the top and on the side. There's little keys. There's a key in the front of the book that tells you what, like, you can pick whether it's going to be like a short thing or a longer thing. It's going to be cheap or free or cost more. And if it's cost more, it tells you about how much it is. But anyway, you scratch off little adventures and you do them. It's just like fun ideas for a date night, especially when you like can't think of anything. And then you do like little Polaroid pictures. You take a little Polaroid picture of yourself and you can glue them, stick them inside the book. So it's really cool because it's like a little photo journal of your date nights. Yeah. My favorite one was so far was in the in bed edition. It was the Mr. and Mrs. Smith challenge, date challenge. That was good. And that was super fun when you get all dressed up like you're going out to dinner and you have dinner at home and you get some Nerf guns and you set them like on the side of the table. You set the timer for 20 minutes when you sit down to eat, and then when the timer goes off, it's like all out war. Both people are supposed to wear like 5 layers of clothing, or 5 items of clothing, and the first person who, I guess you like, the goal is to get all the clothes off. But Ruben let me win because as soon as the dress came off, he wasn't liking what was underneath. So he's like shooting all over there and over there. But it was so fun. We were chasing each other around the house.
Yeah, that was fun.
With Nerf guns. That was a lot of fun. I haven't done something
like that since I was like really young.
It was so fun. I think getting ready for it was just as much fun as the actual.
Yeah, it was.
As the actual date itself too. It was really nice.
Yeah, I agree. That was a hell of a lot.
And then from the couples edition one, we scratched off one that we haven't finished yet, but we've been collecting all the little pieces, where you interview like one of your parents, and we chose your parents, and you ask them about their first date, and you have them explain it in as much detail as possible, and then the the idea is that we would recreate that moment and then take a picture and share it with them and all that. Talking to your parents was amazing. I really enjoyed that experience, and I'm sure that
cool.
they put the book together knowing that, like, just talking to your parents was so much fun. And I was so surprised they're in their 70s how much they could actually remember.
I know.
And like, oh, she had red shorts on and he had these glasses, and I was like, damn, what they can remember was amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it was cute hearing them talk about their little crushes on each other.
I know.
So we're
It's
looking
wild.
forward to like kind of recreating their little first date and then sharing that with them. But we've been slowly just kind of collecting some of the little things that we need to do that. So that was mine. That's my favorite pleasure product, I guess, for this year.
I had that Uber Lube and your sexy gear that you bought at Fairvilla.
Those have been fun.
Yeah, they have a hell of a lot of fun.
This is supposed to be a short episode.
Yeah, I know. What was
But
up
it's
with that?
fun.
It is
fun to
hell-
talk about
It
fun
is
things.
very fun. I've
Okay,
been
we have 2
enjoying
more
it.
questions.
Okay,
Let's do this.
let's do these. Let's
Okay, so
do
Ruben,
it.
favorite adult retail store experience, online or in person?
I just went with the in-person experience we had at the Orlando Fairvilla store.
I agree.
It was a great experience. Staff there was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give that one to them.
100%.
They well done.
It's called Fairvilla's Sexy Things, and it's on International Drive in Orlando, Florida. So there's 2 in Orlando, the small Sexy Things one, and then the mega store, which we're really looking forward to trying next time. It is the best boutique experience that I've experienced so far. I really, really enjoyed it. From the environment to the product selection, the inclusive products, the staff, all of it. 10 out of 10.
We've been to some good ones. I mean, there's one we went to a long time ago. That was a really good experience. I don't know if they're still there, but that place in Providence was good too.
Yeah, I didn't say we didn't go to no good ones. I said it was my favorite.
My bad.
10 out of 10, the best experience I've had so far. That's all.
Okay.
There
I'll
are
give
some
you
other
that.
good ones, obviously.
My bad.
And I look forward to finding more.
Me too. No, I don't want to find any more.
Yes.
One good one is good enough.
I hear
Nah, let's quit while we're ahead.
Okay, last question, Ruben.
What's
What
up?
do you hope to see more of and less of in 2023?
God, that is a good question.
I
What do I
am
hope
curious
to
what you're
find
going to
more?
say.
More and varied types of people exploring sexuality on mainstream TV shows. Mainstream TV. I would love to see more mainstream more shows like Minx
Yeah.
and Hard, and Trigonometry, Pure. I would love to see more shows like that on TV, just in general.
I agree.
You know, on HBO, on Netflix, you know, across the. I would also like to see more shows like P-Valley. I love that P-Valley got a black ass fucking cast, like blackety black. I fucking love it. Every time we put it on, it's like you just soak it in. I would like there to be more shows like that too. Like absolutely. I would like to also see in 2023 more streaming platforms investing more in, like, we keep calling it like erotic bridge content, but that type of content, creating more original content like that. I think that would be really dope. I'd like to see more of that. I'd also like to see Apple starting to make more of that available for purchase on the Apple Store. It's frustrating as hell that it's not, and because I try to avoid Amazon like the plague, it kind of fucks you over because a lot of the shit you can get on Amazon, but I'm trying to as little as possible from them. So Apple's kind of fucking us over with that.
Yeah.
I would really love to see them switch that up.
I agree.
Their approach to that. How about yourself? What would you like to see more of in 2023, Sherry?
Oh, did you have a less of, or are we just doing more first?
Oh, less of. I would love to see less censorship of sexuality. I would love to see less white supremacy. I'd love to see less using religion as a justifiable excuse to bludgeon and control other people.
Amen.
And I would love to see less dehumanization of marginalized people and stripping them of their autonomy, their rights, and their humanity.
I agree.
I would say.
I like all those answers.
Word, I won, motherfucker.
Okay.
That's right, son.
So I hope to see more fun virtual events because some of us still need and very much enjoy them.
Word.
More people of color on those events.
No doubt.
More collaborations between mainstream lifestyle brands and pleasure brands.
Absolutely.
So like events and pleasure products and pleasure categories in stores. We just need more and more of that. That just.
Can you give us an example of what you mean by that? I just put you on the spot, I know, so you don't have an idea. That's totally fine.
I think that like in I can't think of the right word that I'm looking for, but in like the goal of like destigmatizing pleasure, I think the more that mainstream lifestyle does with pleasure and sexuality, that's not just like taboo and vice in a taboo and vice like perspective or whatever, the better for everyone and the more enjoyable for everyone. The couple of things that come to mind like off the top of my head is what was the brand that Lalo did something with
Supreme, right?
No. You think it's Supreme because it's red.
Oh
man, like I wish I had put it down and had it prepared. But Lalo's done a few things with some like big lifestyle fashion type brands, collaborations, and I think that's just really, really great.
Yeah,
and then
I agree.
Ulta just opened up a sexual wellness category on their online store, but it would be amazing to see that in the actual like
retail
physical stores too. And then as far as events, like bringing in like mainstream artists and like brand collaborations into like the pleasure space and events. It doesn't necessarily have to be adult, but like somewhere in the middle and bring more mainstream. Like I think it was it Cardi that was just at one of the big pleasure conferences.
Was it XBiz she was at, or was it Centerfold, or was it something else?
Wasn't Centerfold, but that's a good example though too.
Yeah, her
Cardi collaborating with Centerfold. But I think it was Cardi that was also at one of the big expos, and I think that like we need more of that. Sexpo? I don't know.
I can't remember.
But that's what I'm talking about. More of all that. More of all of that.
I gotta add to that and say, like the collabo that Aisha and Steph Curry did, where they have their show about last night on HBO. Like, I fucking love that show. I love what they did with that, and more of that would be really fucking dope.
Agree, 100%.
They do a great job with that. I mean, I love that show.
Okay, last thing, more community building in the sex and pleasure tech space. We just need more community. And then what I would hope to see less of is what you said, censorship. So less censoring on, less hate and less censorship. So less censoring on social media and less bullshit legislation that's trying to be passed and being passed, trying to control us.
Yeah, I mean, in reality too, we need to have solidarity with our trans friends and family out there, because they are getting attacked, hammered, and scapegoated in huge ways. So I would like to see more of us stepping up and continuing to put our ass on the line in support and defense of them, and more of the people who are attacking them being called right the fuck out.
Yep.
For the bigots that they are.
I
Because, I mean, that's all they are. They just fucking bigots, man. Like, there ain't no excuse for that shit.
I agree.
Word.
That's it. We did it.
We did it, son.
That was a lot longer than we expected, but I think there was also a few cuts in there when, the pizza man came and stuff.
That was supposed to be a half an hour.
I know, but we'll see what it edits down to.
We'll see.
With the cuts and things. But we hope you enjoyed it and you got some fun new things to check out, and let us know if there's something new we put you on to and how it goes. And share with us. We need some new TV and movies.
Yeah. Word. Sharing's scary.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Until next time.
Till next time. I'm your big Rube.
And I'm your girl, Sherry J.
It's a FlyDuo Sex Project.
Yeah. And in case we don't see you, have a happy new year.
And all that good shit. Peace.